All right, guys, here we are, 6-2. We're going to be multiplying polynomials now, and basically a lot of distributive property. So as we go through, just make sure to multiply through. Now, again, remember your exponents, 4, and then y squared times y squared is y to the fourth. Remember, we add those exponents, and then if we go here, we would just go 12y to the third. There we go. Now, a little tougher with b, when we have two variables as part of each term, always write them alphabetically, otherwise it get a little confusing. So when we multiply these, well, f times f to the fourth, that would be f to the fifth g. Make that a little easier to see. All right, now here we'd multiply the coefficients first. 1 times 2 is 2. F times f to the third is f to the fourth. G times g is g squared. All right, and then we go fg times, so we go negative 3 f to the third, and that would be g to the third. And then last but not least, we distribute that one, and we get plus f squared. G times g to the third would be g to the fourth. Ooh, okay, look at that. Lots of them there. No common terms to add together. Again, a good idea to distribute those. Be careful as you multiply those together with all your exponential rules. Make sure you remember those, okay? All right, now again, to multiply again, just make sure that, everything gets distributed throughout. So when we do something like this, all right, we're going to go this, we're going to get a 2a, then we're going to get a negative 5a squared, and then we're going to get, okay, plus a to the third. All right, then we take the negative 3 through, we get a negative 6, positive 15a, and a negative 3a squared. Lots of places to make silly mistakes. Be careful with those. Let's put it in polynomial form. Again, we're going to start with the a to the third, nothing to combine there. We've got those, that's going to be a negative 8a squared. And then we have the 2a and the 15a for 17a. And then just the minus 6. There it is, all there. Wow. Yeah. Okay, lots of places to make silly mistakes. Let's make sure. Take your time, double check. Should be good. Oh boy, this one we have multiple variables as well. So here we go. Let's do this. We got a 9b to the third. We've got a negative 3b squared c, and it's good to put those in alphabetical order. Always keep the b and the c in that order, otherwise it can be real confusing whether they're like terms. And then we'd have a negative 6bc squared. Notice that's different. B squared c and bc squared, different. All right, let's go to the next one here. Now we're going to distribute the negative 2. So let's see, if we go here, we're going to go negative 6. Now again, we're going to have b squared c, right? Okay, yeah, that's different, isn't it? Okay. Negative times negative is going to be positive 4b c squared. And then we're going to have here, we're going to have negative, or it turns into positive 4. We'd go c to the third. Yeah, running off my screen there. All right, let's combine some like terms if we got it. Let's go 9b to the third. I think we got a couple here. We've got that one and that one, huh? So negative 9b squared c. And we've got these two. Yeah, what we'd have there, we'd have a negative 2bc squared. And then plus a 4c to the third. Wow, okay. There we go. Now you might say, oh, yeah, well, yeah, start with the b's and make sure the b's go in descending order. And that seems to be in good form right there. All right. Now, how would we do this? Now, a lot of people, what they do, they make the mistake. They say, oh, yeah, all I have to do is take a to the third. And then if I take this to the third, that'd be 8b to the third. Well, that's wrong. Remember, what you have to do is you have to take a plus 2b times a plus 2b times a plus 2b. So what you have to do is you have to distribute those. Okay, and then you're going to get a trinomial, and you're going to have to distribute those. So it's going to be this is going to be part of your answer, but it's only going to be part of it. And again, we'll show you a shortcut way. You can certainly brute force it and do that, but barf. Let's look at the shortcut way. Use this as you're doing binomial expansion. The guy by the name of Pascal kind of figured out a pattern here, and you can kind of use this pattern. So the first number in your binomial is a, the second one is b. So all you have to do is replace a with your first term in the binomial and b with the second term, and you've got it. Okay, so we'll refer back to this as we go. All right. So let's go on to the next one here. Yep, we got that. Okay. So let's see what we got here. So the first term that we're going to do is we have the k. And the first coefficient, of course, if we look back at the pattern, and I'll refer back to it, I got it here, is a 1. So we're going to go 1, and then it's going to be k to the third power, and then it's going to be 5 to the 0 power, negative 5, I guess. So I'll put in there, negative 5. All right, plus, and then 3 is going to be the number that comes next. The a is the k, so now it's going to go down by 1. It's going to go k squared, and then we're going to go negative 5 to the first. All right, then we're going to go negative 3. This time it's k to the first, and then negative 5 to the second. Notice my use of parentheses. You'll see it's important to use those. And then the last thing is we have plus, we have a 1. Then it's going to be k to the 0, and negative 5 to the third. All right, now we've got to simplify that. Remember, anything to the 0 power is 1, times 1 is 1, so this is just going to be k to the third. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. That's going to be k to the second. Negative 5 to the second is positive 25 times 3 is 75. Okay. And then, of course, k to the 0 power, that's 1. That's gone. The 1. Okay, so negative 5, that's going to be negative 125. There it is. Okay, so again, it's not just as simple as taking k cubed minus 5 cubed. Those are going to be your first and last answers, but you got to get those middle terms, and that's how you do it using the expansion. Look back at that chart. It'll help you fill those in. All right, let's do another one of those. This time let's do one with a 3x and a 1 to the fourth. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go 1. Get my pen ready. Let's go 1, and then it's going to be 3x to the fourth. I have that in parentheses. You'll see why. And then it's going to be 1 to the 0. All right, the next term, look at the pattern on that Pascal's triangle chart. Okay, we're going to go plus, it's the 4 here. We bring the 3x down to the third, and then the 1 goes to the first. Notice what will happen is we'll always have that 3x. It'll go 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The 1, the second term will go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, then we have these coefficients that are included. So we go to a 6, and then it's going to be 3x to the second, and then it's going to be 1 to the second. And then we're going to have 4. It's going to be 3x to the first this time, and then 1 to the third. And then we're going to have 1. It's going to be 3x to the 0, which we know is 1. And then we're going to have 1 to the fourth. All right, let's simplify that. Now, this is, we know 1 to the 0 power, that's 1 times 1. Now, make sure you take 3 to the fourth as well. 3 to the fourth is 81. X to the fourth. A lot of people forget to take the 3 to the fourth as well. All right, on the second term here, well, that's 1. So we take 3 to the third. That's 27 times 4. That's going to be 108. X to the third. Here we have 1 squared, which is still 1. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 6 is 54. X squared. Here we have, let's see, 1. That's going to be 3 to the first, which is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. That's going to be a 12x. And then this is just going to be a 1 there. Wow. Yeah, lots of trickiness in simplifying. Just make sure you always take this to the exponent before you multiply it by 6. Got to remember your rules of operations. Okay, that's about as tough as it gets. Use that chart. That'll help you out. All right, that takes care of 6-2. Good luck on the Moodle assignment. Until next time.